What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because, oh boy, do we have an update for you. Uh, let's get into my normal. I can't even do it, but he's still going, guys. This is gonna be a good one. You're not gonna want to tune out of this one. It's Tuesday, August 8th, day number 7 inside the Big Brother house. My name is Ori. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. There is so much to go over. Let's start where we left off. Okay, so yesterday we talked about the formation of the professors. It's the BBB, right? The Bye Bye Bitches plus Hisam and Red. It's kind of this 6-person group. We can even kind of take a look here. I believe if I do that, boom, there's our little simplified view of it. You've got the professors on one side with Red, Hisam, Bowie, Felicia, Cirie, Mecole, and Izzy. You got Family Style on the other with Reilly, Jag, Blue, Matt, Cory, America, Cameron, and Jared. Jared's really not over there. And overall, you always have Jared and Cirie up on top. And these two were kind of formed and solidified over the night. And we've got kind of a very much a split house here. There's lots of sub-alliances in there too. We can go even to our more in-depth view of our alliance chart where things get a little crazy and you might notice some things going on over on the one side where you're like, what are they doing over there? We'll get to that. We'll get to all that. Let's kind of just start off again where we left off. These groups were formed and it's like, okay, this seems like everything's going to be very simple, right? You've got the professors who know about Family Style, not just because of what Jared has told them, right? He's kind of been a double agent for them, getting a lot of the inside info, filling in Cirie and Izzy, Felicia, all of them over on the professor side that he's most close to, but also because Family Style and the handful, they're just very sloppy. They've been super obvious when they're meeting with people. They've even been telling people who they're close with. So even though Jared has been this double agent giving information, they probably would have been figured out very quickly, even without all of that going into it. So Family Style and Handful, while they didn't realize that they were blown, they did start to worry that people on the other side were catching on to what was happening, especially with all of the hard press that they got from Hisam yesterday. Red pretty much listed the entire alliance to Reilly. And while I was uploading, there were a few more conversations from yesterday's video that didn't make it in because I was already uploading and then these happened super late, early in the morning. First one was Cameron kind of meeting with the rest of the handful. I guess it's probably helpful if we bring up the handful here. And it was plus America. Jared wasn't there. I don't think Cory was there in the room either. But it was just him kind of being like, hey, listen, Reilly, I know you had a really tough day. I know they were giving you that hardcore press. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. Just relax and you know, we play the game. We do everything fine. It's going to be great. This all leaves. Cameron ends up leaves the situation. Reilly says to him, like, says to everybody else after he leaves, I don't think he understands. This is serious. It's way worse than he's thinking and saying it is. And so once he leaves, they do end up having this funny little interaction too, where they attempted to get everybody else to think they were up there because America was crying. So to hide that, they were like trying to put like tears in her face. She's like slapping her face, pinching her nose. I posted a really funny little clip of that over on Twitter. They were putting soap in her eye. It was funny. But Cameron ends up going and having a little mini chat with Red. And it seems like there was a conversation on yesterday's feeds that we didn't see, or I should say 2 days ago's feeds that we didn't see, where they had a little convo, I guess, where Red was also talking about naming people he's aligned with and asking him certain questions about what's going on that other side. So Cameron comes in, he's like, listen, Red, me and you, we're tight. No more weird questions, though. Sometimes I haven't been able to tell you the whole truth, but you just got to trust in me. But me and you, we're going to blow up both sides together. It was such a weird convo. I also posted that over on my Twitter as this video from yesterday. My live feed update was uploading because it was just so wild. And I was like, what is going on with Cameron? And it only continued to go even deeper. Cameron actually then that night also met with Blue, and that's where it took even another turn because he meets with Blue and he's like, oh yeah, it's blown way more than than I was letting on up there. I was just trying not to freak out Reilly, but it's bad. Like, they know something's up. So Cameron is like trying to be this like, hey, everybody, let's keep calm. And then like meets with Blue separately. Like, everything's going wrong. The whole thing's on fire. This is bad. So it's really wild how he'll go from one room just being like, hey, chill, it's fine. We're in a lot of trouble. But that ends up taking us to the next morning, yesterday morning, where we first all had the veto ceremony. It was not used. We did not expect it to be used. Either Felicia or Kirsten will be the ones to be going home, or potentially not home. Maybe they go to the Nether. That's still in play. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. We then had Cameron and Izzy meeting up later in the day. And actually, there was a lot of him meeting with different people where he seemed to kind of has spotted the sinking ship, as it will be, and wants to jump to the other side. He pretty much starts having convos with Cirie. He has convos with Izzy. He has convos with Hisam and Red that we'll talk about later. But it gets really wild where he's like, listen, I want to start working with you. And it's, again, either that he spots a sinking ship or he like didn't see what was really going on until a couple conversations that he has later on even more, where he spills even more information. Because that was just the first convo where he was just like, listen, I want to work with you. We gotta work together. And it just goes deeper as the day goes on. The professors also throughout the day really were trying to make a mission to secure Luke and also Cory. So Jared's been working on Luke for a while. Cirie actually had a really great convo with him as well, where he was telling her how he felt so lost in the game and kind of on the outs. And he told her, well, like, now you're in, like, now it's time for war, like, get ready for it. We also had Izzy and Cirie kind of form this little bit of a thing where they were bringing Cory in, right? Like, there was all this talk where it was like, hey, let's like steal him to our side, right? Like, he doesn't have to be like in, but if we can be like, hey, like, come on over, like, this is going to be cool. You're going to want to be with us. Like, are you going to want to be like 8 over there, 7 over there? Are you being told the plan or are you a part of the planning? Like, really think about that. And Cory's like, you know what? It makes a lot of sense. But he's like, if I jump over to you now, like, what's the deal? Like, if everybody's equal, eventually we have to vote people out. How's that going to work? Am I still going to be on the low band totem pole here? And it seems like he's thinking about it. It seems like he's kind of in on it. More comes even later after this. But then we ended up getting another little alliance that ended up forming. If we bring up our alliance chart here once again, the bigger one, you'll see there in the middle the brown sugar babes, and that is Cirie, Felicia, Mecole, and Jared. They've kind of solidified a nice little 4-person group there, even inside of like the Bye Bye Bitches and all the other groups that are going on. The professors still making roads to try and make those other smaller connections. Again, even you'll see on there, Luke really has drifted over to that side. Like, him and Jared are forming a tighter bond, and they're kind of working on that. I wouldn't say they are tight enough to be part of kind of the pairs on the bottom yet, but they're working on it, definitely getting there. And Cirie as well. They really want to bring him over as a number to be part of their group because they know he's not as dumb as he's playing off, but they really think they can use him on their side. Uh, some other things that happened. We got Izzy and Reilly, who had this conversation up in the HOH room that was a lot of fun. So Izzy goes up there and she's like, hey, yeah, just wanted to see how you're doing. Like, there's no reason why we can't have a conversation, even though obviously like things are going on. So like, what do you think? What do you think about how things are going? Like, who you working with? I love when their side of the house just literally goes, like, who you working with? It just puts them right on the spot. And Reilly continues to try and play coy, where she's like, not really working. It's early. I chat with people. And Izzy's like, we can kind of just cut through the bull. Right? We can just talk openly here. Like, you've got your people you trust, and I've got my people we trust, but that doesn't mean we can't work together and be trustworthy. It was just really, I think, Izzy trying to reach out, maybe make a connection with Reilly giving her nothing, and then it kind of turned into like, okay, this is how it is. It is how it is. They both left, had their own conversations with everybody else, kind of retelling that conversation. And this is where things really kind of kick off and really start going crazy. So Cameron then has another meeting with Izzy, where he basically just lists off everybody in the alliance, right? Like, he's talking about, everything that's going on with Family Style, everything that's going on with the Handful, how all these people were coming in and chipping and chirping into Reilly's ear, and he starts comparing her to like how she's like his daughter, and he feels terrible that he's kind of like turning on her, but like none of this was his fault. So like kind of trying to like save her and like bring her over. It's really weird. He ends up having conversations with Cirie about this. And it's just kind of wild. He then ends up going and has a conversation with Hisam and Red. And they talk about an alliance with them, plus Cory and Jared, and the Triple B, right? So the bye-bye bitches, that technically would be the professors, Cory and Jared. So a 10-person alliance, with pretty much the rest of the Handful and America. Just, they can't win HOH, right? Just completely throwing them right under the bus. And again, just Cory's like, I feel kind of terrible because Reilly, she's kind of like my daughter, right? It's like, what? This man, I don't know. I don't know what his plan was, other than just, I'm going to throw my entire alliance under the bus. So basically, in this scenario, what we have here, we have our, basic alliance here, where it was like, okay, these are the sides, but then you kind of have this going on where Cory, Jared, and Cameron are also on the professor's side. What? Why? Huh? And then Red kind of trying to get some blame for this because he's all about it too. And he's like, yeah, come on over. You're on our side now. The others start finding out about this. Cirie's like, wait a minute, hold on. Who's in our alliance now? Poor Mecole. When Mecole found out, she almost had a breakdown in the storage room, trying to process the stupidity of having an alliance with more than half the house in it. She's like, who do we vote out? Who's going to go? What's going to happen? She really almost couldn't process it. The house is just a pure mess. And then it gets even better. So not only has Cameron thrown his entire alliance under the bus, confirming what the professors already knew pretty much just from observing how they interact, from the info they had from Jared, just everything that's going on. Not only has he done that, he then goes to Reilly, which, by the way, they're still having a conversation. I'm recording this now. I'm going to have it tried to be uploaded for at least 7 o'clock as this goes live. It may be a little bit late, but if something happens on the feeds, I'll have to add an addendum here. I think it's late enough where no more convos can be had, but he's still talking to Reilly here, and he's told her, I've told them all about the alliance. I've told them about the 5-person alliance. I've told them about the 8-person alliance. This is what you need to do tomorrow. You need to go find Cirie and tell her everything, just like I did. Basically, what he's saying is go to Cirie and beg for mercy. What is this? I do not understand what is going on with Cameron right now. This might be the greatest spiral we've ever seen in the history of Big Brother. He's not even the HOH. If there was still time, I would have seen a chance where they could have said, hey, why don't we just get rid of this fool? They use the veto on Kirsten. They vote Cameron out and just say, see you later. Because I cannot wait to see what the fallout of all of this will be today. Because it is going to be absolutely wild. Now that Reilly knows for sure that Cameron's just thrown all of them under the bus, what's gonna happen? Just wow. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below about everything that's going on. If I were Reilly and Cameron just told me, hey, I just blew everything up, you need to go ask for forgiveness, I might be getting kicked out of the Big Brother house at that point because I might just start slapping. Like it is the craziest thing for him to go, listen, I blew up my game, I blew up your game. Now, if you go ask for forgiveness, maybe they'll take it easy on you. I just really cannot believe, how this is playing out right now. This season has been one of the most fun first weeks of the house I've ever had. And I'm hearing it from a lot of people. And what I think is happening is I think we just have this perfect mix of a really fun cast that is just full of likable people. Like Cameron. I don't think he's, a bad person. It's just like, what are you doing here, Cameron? You're making dumb mistakes. He's not hateable. You don't hate Cameron. You just go, what are you doing? Right? He's kind of the bumbling idiot now at this point. But it's like, oh man, it's fun to watch. And you have a twist with Cirie and Jared, and you go, oh man, that's a little OP, right? Where you got a returning player getting a relative that's secret to the house, and they're working as a double agent. It ends up being that it's not even that big of a deal right now because all the info that he's giving them, they kind of already had anyway. It's just been so much fun to watch this. I'm having a blast with this season of Big Brother. And hopefully we continue on this wild trend, because if this is how the game's starting, I can only imagine how things are going to get crazier and crazier as we go on. As for the professors and where everybody kind of stands with all this, right? Obviously, the only one who's really kind of on board with yeah, let's bring Cameron on over really is Red. Red's the only one who's like, yeah, I'm on board with this. With Cory, Hisam does not like Cory. But they also had some weird talks today about working together, so that's kind of interesting too. Bowie's not really for this at all either. Felicia's like, what's going on? Cirie definitely against it. So it's going to be interesting how that all goes. Meanwhile, over on the other side, you got people like Jag and Blue who are just kind of like, what are they going to do now? They are in a situation where their whole alliance just got blown up. Matt, his whole alliance just got blown up. America, all from Cameron. This might be a really, really fun day of feeds, and it's not even an eviction yet. We've still got a few more days to go until eviction, and none of the people who are really involved in the drama are even up for eviction. It's wild. It's absolutely crazy, and I'm loving every minute of it. Let me know what you guys think of everything going on in the comments down below. Let me know, are you part of this new 10-person alliance? Do you think this is a good idea? Let me know in those comments down below. Are you for this new 10-person professor group? Are you anti this 10-person professor group? Let me know in those comments down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. I will be back again with another update tomorrow and every day going forward for all of these live feeds. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you. Also, check out the links to all my description. Links to all my descriptions. Links to all my socials in the description down below. Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Kick. Check out the Discord as well. We have a really great community over there. We've been talking about all the things happening on the live feeds. There's a great Big Brother channel, and then there's also one for Big Brother spoilers, kind of talking about the live feeds. Plus, you can check out my Twitter, where I've been posting clips from the live feeds over there that kind of are maybe a little bit too late to make it into this video in the morning. And also, you can follow what you want, ignore what you want, follow the Kicks and the Twitch for streams. But I thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you next time.